All right, here we go. We're going to show you a few things on this vehicle. It's done just over 200,000 cars. I think it's an 07. It's a 120 Prado. There's a few, again, it's going to cover a few questions people ask. I do look at the questions. This is efficiency here. I'm doing a service, draining the engine oil, right? And you can see, yeah, we check the oil pickup. Just let me get a grip on that, right, so I don't drop it in the engine oil, you know, up there, checking that oil pickup, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the other videos, all right? All engines, guys, all engines. I don't care what vehicle, just check that oil pickup anyway. You can't see them on all engines. All engines that you can. And of course, the front diff oil change. Take the filler plug out before you take the drain plug, just in case, but we don't normally have any problems with the filler plug. It's the drain plugs that get stuck. It's usually people have over tightened them, or they're using the wrong tools and procedures to remove the plug, so be careful with that. Kaon have got some solutions. Again, kaon.com.au. Check out their replacement front diff plug. You might even want to get the little tool to, might help you get it out. Check out their gear. We're going to have a quick look over this vehicle like we normally do with service type stuff. This is one that you may, if you've been watching, I may have mentioned it came from Mackay, up a bit further up in Queensland, and sometimes things are a little bit different. This was one where a lot of plugs were stuck, and as soon as we pressed the little tab, they just snapped like nothing we've ever seen before. So definitely the conditions the vehicles have been used in, and it may have been in some mines or something. It's not too bad, but it's definitely very different in some ways to other vehicles. So we're going to have a quick look around, and we're going to include CV joint on this one, CV joint boot information, because as you can see, and we may have done a browse quick check over on this vehicle another time, and other times on other vehicles where we haven't talked too much about CVs because we don't normally, and the boots, we don't normally see any issues. So I just got dripped on by something. It was just water, luckily though, this time. Just going to quickly go over the vehicle and have a bit of a look. What's what, right? Who's who in the zoo, having a bit of a look around to let you know if there's anything else, just quickly like we normally do, right? The normal sort of a bit of a look around, you know. And we're probably not going to see much, and that's what we want to see, not too much. And this isn't the, I'm going to lube the dry line a bit more, even though you can see a whole heap of grease up there. It looks a bit dry just there on the actual slip joint, so that'll get a re-lube. The key is, if you can, a little bit at a time, more often. You can see someone's gone, this is not us, right? This vehicle's new to us, kind of thing, fairly new anyway. There's a build up, there's a lot, they've been over-lubed and it's just been coming out everywhere. So what you can do every once in a while, if you've got a whole heap of grease like that, you know, DIY, owner style, you get underneath with a rag, makes a lot of mess. And just give it a good wipe, scrub off. You're going to need, you know, some rags, like you wrap it around your hand and sort of dig your fingernails in and rip it off, sort of thing, or scrape it, depending on how hard it is, what grease it is, how much dirt's in it. A lot of variables like that. You can see here there's something. This thing doesn't go off road is the story, but look, you can see this has been rubbing on the this has been rubbing on the, you can see the clean mark on the tail shaft, right? There you go, what's that? A bit of bloody sugar cane. Anyway, anyway, we'll get that out of there, right? There you go, a bit of a, what did you say? You had a bit of a scraping noise? Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, I think he did say you might have a bit of a noise in this one, actually. Was that this car or another one? Too many cars, too many people, similar information, easy to get mixed up. That's why I've got to learn to write more things down. You can see we replaced the fuel filler hose. If I remember correctly, it looks pretty new to me, so we or someone did. Rear pads, they're getting, we're not going to look at the brakes too much. The wheels are off. We'll have a quick look with the wheels. I'll see how much easier it is when the wheels are off, so you can do that if you like, but these pads are getting replaced. Now let's take a look here. You can see the rotor in the middle, and you can see the backing plate. That's the bit with a little tab on it, sort of just there, right? And see that the meat left on the pads, see it's uneven as well. So here's another bit of a lesson for everyone. On the right, you can see there's twice as much meat at least as there is on the left. They can wear unevenly, so you need to check all these caliper slides. They'll probably be fine. I'll tell you that it's just common that this can happen. So possibly a bit of a lube up, but just check their operation. It's not just about slapping pads in. You need to take notice of the things. This one's getting new pads and rotors as part of this visit. Okay, let's have a look at this side since the wheels are off, and you'll see in this one, not the same as the other side. They're fairly evenly worn, which would indicate definitely some uneven wear over the other side, and it could be for a reason, maybe not. Maybe in another video we'll let you know. So like I keep saying, subscribe, turn the bell on, because we're going to come back to you with more important information. We can't fit it all in one video. Just checking out some bushes and rubbers here like we normally do. Looks like the uppers have been replaced actually. It's a non-standard bush. If I can get up there and show you, probably this one will be the go. See those, the rear upper bushes, you can see they're different. I don't know what brand they are, if they're probably just changed the whole arm, I'm thinking. Yeah, they've been changed because they can crack, but a bit odd that they need to be cracked at these Ks. But it depends where you go for a road with it. A lot of people like to pick things, and they often pick things that are less important than other things that are more important, unfortunately. So just having a look around, and we're mainly going to get back to that CV joint by the looks of it, because there's not a lot going on of things that I can see that matter, that you need to know about. There's nothing big going on this vehicle. Let's have a bit of a look. Engine mounts have been done, that's beautiful. Like often, a little bit of oil on the bottom of that turbo. It's not dripping, it's not the end of the world, it's not pouring out, anything like that. Just having a look around. So let's get back to this drive shaft, CV joint, axle, half shaft, whatever you want to call it. Right, this is the deal. The answer that you've been waiting for is genuine. Okay, so this is the deal, right? As I said already, they're about what, 13 years old or something like that, and they're still going, right? What's happened here, maybe, it's that Mackay thing, right? Up in Mackay, everything's a bit different, you know, because we see these vehicles older than this and they still aren't split, but this one's clearly split. It could have been started by, you know, usually what happens is, see, the reason I like genuine, I'll tell you first, they're the strongest. Quality materials, design, Toyota engineering. The outer casing here, it's really hard, like some sort of poly, it's like hard plastic, it's tough stuff. Doesn't mean if you hit it hard enough with a big stick, you're not gonna perforate, sort of damage it, put a hole in it. So you need to look really carefully at those for small holes, and you'll be able to pick it out by the slightest little sort of oil grease stain coming out the hole. In this case, it's much bigger. Now, we may have shown you this or in other vehicles. We don't talk about it too much till it gets worse. If there's a tiny little, sometimes they just weep at those clamps there. We're not worried about that. With this one, quite clearly, I don't even want to touch it because look, I'm going to get my hands dirty. If I knew someone around here with a pair of gloves, they could just put their finger here and just push it open a little bit and just, yeah, there you go. It's a clean split open, and you know that's a split boot. Now, so what are your options? The new drive shaft's about 500 bucks, okay? You can go to Repco and get one for a couple $100, and they put long warranty. Just remember, sometimes warranties are just marketing fluff and goo, right? Now, they don't go on as good angles as these. They aren't as strong as these. They aren't going to last as long as these. So that's why I say genuine. Now, you can get a boot kit. I think it's about 150 bucks last time I checked. I've never purchased one because by the time you pay your parts and do your labour, and we can do all that. We've done all that. We've done all this stuff. Been there, done that. You know what? For 500 bucks, and you just get another 10, 15, 20 years out of it, whatever. It's normally a 300,000 or 400,000 K thing. So the answer is, again, I'm getting distracted by that sweat, right? That's the one we say, don't worry about that at the moment. Keep it on your power steering oil level. While we're at it, let's go check the other side. Probably the same. There it is, yep, about the same. A little bit more oil at the bottom of that one. So we've got to keep it on the power steering oil level. Not worth any rectification at the moment on our value for money servicing schedule, okay? Which is what we do. This boot though, that needs something done about it. So the solution is, because of the K's just over 200,000, we will check for play. We'll grab this shaft. Again, I have to get my hands there. I don't want to do that. I'm touching cameras and torches and whatever. This looks in pretty good condition, nice and dry. Hasn't even got the sweat of grease around the boot there. I'd say replacing them in pairs, which is what I'd normally say, would be a waste of time and a waste of this drive shaft. Changing the seal when it's not leaking is also kind of a waste of time. Someone would say, oh, if you're changing the shaft, change the seal. But you can see it's bone dry. There's not even a sweat there. These seals don't leak. When they leak is when they get mud, dirt and dust, or when you let the wrong people work on the car and they pull the shaft out and they drag the shaft over the seal and damage it. Or when you get someone to change your seal and they use an aftermarket seal, or you couldn't quite get it right or straight, or you damaged it putting it in. in my opinion, you don't need to change that seal. It's about another 20, 30 bucks for that seal in there. We've got them in stock. We can change them anytime. It's not a massive end of the world job if you know, whatever, right? So I hope you get each to their own on that. You can do what you want. I'm saying you don't need to. We can put in a seal properly, so while it's here, maybe it's worth doing. It's going to add a little bit more labour and the cost of the seal. You know, it's going to add another 60 bucks for the job, whatever. No big deal. But if you're doing it yourself and you're not confident, or you know it's clean, it's low Ks, and you don't want to touch, you don't need to touch it, right? Like the chem seal, they don't usually leak. It's usually just a bit of bad luck, a lack of oil change, or someone touched it before and changed it. That's what I say. If it don't break, don't fix it. See, all clean, dry, no oil leaks. Anyway, that's the solution. This video is not how to change a drive shaft. It's just telling you that's the answer. You can get a boot kit and do the labour if you want. You can get a cheap boot kit. You can get a boot for one of these at Burson's for about 25 bucks, stuff like that. Haven't got the part number handy. Used them years ago. And the reason I mention them is because in R&D we did use one and it's still going strong at the moment. It's been at least 5 years and it hasn't split. The problem with the aftermarket ones, whether it's a new shaft from Repco or whether it's a kit, the rubber is usually crap and they split in no time. Traditional problems with CVs was the rubber would get old and crap, they'd split, then the grease comes out, the dirt, water and everything gets in, it wears the joint, and then you start hearing a clicking sound, and then you get rid of the whole shaft anyway because it's worn. Now if you've got a really small hole, then you can repair it because not much has got in or out. In this case, a lot of the grease has come out, water may have got in, but it's not an off-roader. This one, again, not worth the risk of putting a boot on it because if there's wear in there, it could fail. There's a tripod in there and some little bearing type things, and you know, it's just not worth it, guys. You know, you get your whole shaft, bang. If you're around Melbourne, I can supply you shafts, you know, pick up because they're heavy. It's not, the point is the saving. I've got to make a few bucks and, you know, we can save you a bit and whatever. It's not worth it anymore if I've got to send them because they're quite expensive. So it's not really worth it anymore. So it's pick it up from your local dealer, unless you're close to me around Melbourne. If you know where I am, come and see me anyway. I can organise you a couple of shafts and the seals, whatever you want. If that's what you want to do and you're getting some other parts, just let me know in advance. We do not keep drive shafts on the shelf. Anyway, guys, that's it. That was a bit of inspection over this one and a bit of a what to do on drive shafts specifically, or CVs or whatever. Hope you got something out of that. Please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe, turn the bell on. We've got even better videos for you to go and check out and more coming your way. This is just one piece of that million-piece jigsaw puzzle. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.